all you amazing healers, empaths, and highly sensitive people. Today's topic is your immune system. So this has been a really big topic lately because of how COVID has affected us and how the world will never be the same again, and new viruses are showing up all the time that are affecting us. So the best defense is bolstering your immune system, but there's some other benefits that come from doing that as well, and that is improving your healing abilities or improving your sensitivity to your environment so you can scan it better for for helping people, for helping yourself, for understanding those around you, especially people like me that are very sensitive to when people throw thoughts at us. So this is Anastasia. I used to be a physics professor specializing in vibrational and quantum physics. After recovering from a serious illness using energy healing on myself, the calling to heal became so strong that I had to quit my 40-year research career. I replaced my 6-figure professor salary within 5 months using a simple but not easy 3-step system that I worked out to grow my healing practice. Now I help other healers grow their practices, whether they're just starting or already have a practice, with this same 3-step system. I'm all about helping you too. Listen in to learn more. Thank you so much for coming back, and I'm going to talk about your immune system. And as I mentioned in the beginning, your immune system is super duper important for you improving your intuition, your ability to read your environment, your sensitivity, and so on. And those are part of you, right? So detoxing what your immune system really does is it detoxes your body. And I talked about detoxing recently, and I'm actually doing a detox right now. I'm doing a quick 3-day detox in which I only eat certain fruits, vegetables, and a few nuts, right? And that's it. I make a drink out of it, and it's got things like raw beet, raw broccoli, raw carrots, some raw apple, a little bit of pineapple, things like that. And like yesterday, I was feeling a little bit like, why am I doing this? And today I feel great, right? And it looks like my skin has improved, my eye color got brighter. So that's a sign that your body is detoxing, and your immune system plays a huge role. Remember, your immune system watches for pathogens, any kind of toxin, and it reacts to it. So you have some main players in your immune system, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about those today. So the first is your white blood cells. So your white blood cells go through, they're floating through your blood and are looking for pathogens and taking care of it. And these white blood cells are awesome. They are produced in your bone marrow and in your spleen. And these things are there to help clear out all of the biological things. It distinguishes what's you from what's not you. And sometimes that gets mixed up, right? So from you and what's not you, if it's biological in nature, it will, whatever is not you, your immune system will react to it. So let's say you get a splinter in your finger. The wood is not you. And this happened to me when I was very young. It surprised me. I got a splinter in my finger. I could never get it out. It was in there really deep. And a couple of months later, it popped out of my body. My body rejected it. So anything that's biological and not you, your white blood cells will take out. That's also what creates pus, right? The pus is just dead white blood cells that have attacked bacteria to surround it and keep it away from you. So there are a couple of different kinds of white blood cells. They're known as leukocytes, right? And there are also phagocytes. So phagocytes are, or phagocytes, however you pronounce it. I say it phaga because that means to eat in Greek. So phagocytes surround things and consume it to pull it away from your body, and leukocytes are on a search and destroy mission. And they also send signals to the rest of your immune system to counteract whatever is in there. So, for example, if you eat an allergen, it will create an antitoxin to that allergen that's specifically geared towards that. So if you eat food that is then not completely digested, and this happens actually fairly frequently, and you have leaky gut, the leaky gut leaks that those particles that are not quite digested into your body recognizes it as not self, and it creates a lock and key system to attack it and move it out. And that's actually how autoimmune starts, because a lot of those DNA sequences, for example, of recognizing the self, or the amino acid chains recognizing the self from not self, sometimes it thinks that you are that foreign thing because it looks really similar. So just as a note, that's why your gut really needs taken care of. It is part of your immune system. So those are the key players, and the next thing you need to know is a little bit about nourishing and nurturing your immune system, right? So anything, like I said, anything that's toxic to your body, doesn't matter what, preservatives, drugs, additives, chemicals that shouldn't be there, anything like that, your immune system will start to fail. Like your liver is part of it, it's part of your detoxing system, right? But your immune system will start to fail, so you want to take really good care of it by eating healthy organic food, especially produce. I mean, you can eat red meat if you are the type of person that can tolerate it. If you have a moral objection, that's another thing, but it doesn't matter. But red meat, eggs, chicken, fish, all of those things, nuts, fruits, vegetables, and for some people, they can eat grains. For most people, they cannot. Recent studies have shown from a local outfit here who they have taken in a number of people, and then they've tested all their blood and found that most of them have gluten antibodies. Your body doesn't like gluten. And here we have bread as like a main staple in a lot of cultures, right? So where I'm going with this is nurturing it right, making sure you get enough water to help wash out any of the toxins, to help aid the kidneys and the bladder in secreting all of the stuff that's not you, and also taking care of all of the pathogens. And you really need to keep yourself hydrated, resting well, and so on. You know the routine, right? And then the number 3 is how your emotions can play a role, right? There's a mind-body connection. It's really emotion-body connection, right? Because your mind can do a lot of things, but your emotions play an even bigger role in what's going on with you. So people that are suffering from stress, anxiety, and other negative emotions, they are affecting the immune system. Because what happens is that you go into a high alert, your adrenal glands start firing, and as you start firing, right, your body goes into a tear down mode rather than a healing mode. And the more your body is getting torn down, worn out, right, it's just like, people thought that marathon runners, for example, sorry if you're a marathon runner, but marathon running isn't usually what we're designed for, and if you don't take good care of yourself, running, like one of my high school friends used to run a marathon almost every day. He'd run like 20 miles a day. And he lived in my neighborhood here, and I'd get up early Saturday morning and go out for a jog. He'd be out there. I'd be out later with my dog. He'd be out there. I'd walk to the library. He'd be out there. So this wears the body down because it is a daily onslaught of exercise that your body needs to recover from. Right? So ask any weightlifter, in order to build good muscle, you need to exercise that muscle and give it a rest. And during the rest is when the buildup phase occurs. And it's just like your immune system. During the rest is when your buildup phase occurs. So getting that rest and also staying out of those stressful, difficult emotions will really help your immune system stay on top, right? And I will talk a little bit. I've already done a whole series on immunity. You can find it by going to scientifichealer.com/immunity. And you can get the whole 16 posts that I did on the immune system. But I wanted to emphasize this for people that are empaths and healers and highly sensitive, that you can dull all of that when your immune system isn't working properly. And you can also do yourself harm. You will not be living your healthiest self. So I hope this was helpful. I thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking valuable time out of your day to listen in. If you found this message helpful, please help spread the word by giving the broadcast a thumbs up or a 5-star rating. Share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to my channel with your notifications on. For further training on healing and growing your healing business using my 3-step system, go to www.highpaidhealers.com. And I'll see you in the next video.